In a world where everyone talks about Curados and Tatulas, there tends to be some reels that get left out in the conversation. One of those being today's topic, the Daiwa Fuego CT. Now, so we're going to be talking about this forgotten reel and whether or not I think it deserves to be forgotten. So let's get into it. Now, before I go into the features and my overall opinions on this reel, let's go over the specs on the one that I have right here. Now, this guy is the FG CT 100HSL. The gear ratio is coming in at 7.3 to 1. Max drag is coming in at 13.2 pounds. Bearings are 6+1. Weight is coming in at 7.6 ounces. Line capacity is 120 yards of 14-pound test. And the MSRP is coming in at around $149.99. Now, on the list of features this reel has, the ones that I really took away were going to be the aluminum frame, infinite anti-reverse, air rotation, 90mm swept power handle with cutouts, ultimate tournament carbon drag, or UTD, and the MagForce Z cast control. Now, one of the big features on this reel that Daiwa put in is that MagForce Z right here, that braking on the side. I feel this is one of the better braking systems on the market. I feel that it does a great job of making a reel not only easy to dial in, but to also give you good casting with said dialing, right? I feel like a lot of those reels kind of 120 and under really have super useless dials. I pretty much crank them all to max, loosen the spool tension knob, and let them rip. But on this one, I actually use it. Like, it's actually important to me while I'm fishing. So I do think Daiwa did a really good job on that tech, as well as some of the other stuff like the UTD and you know, some of the swept power handles. So I felt like Daiwa did a pretty good job on features on this. Other than the T-Wing, I think the T-Wing would have been a really cool thing to add on this reel. Now, as for looks and design, Daiwa kept this reel extremely simple, especially compared to a lot of their other reels. They really went with more of a, you know, black with some subtle red on there. One thing I thought was interesting is that the red in the Fuego and then the lettering on the side is a tad bit different color red than what the spool red is. So there's actually like technically 3 colors on this, because the Fuego is more of like an fire orange kind of color to it. So interesting choice that they did there, and obviously not a huge deal, but I just thought that was kind of, you know, just something a little bit interesting. Fuego is fire in Spanish, so that would make sense on that. But overall, pretty clean looking reel. I like the all black with just a little bit of silver in there, and you know, think it looks good. It's not showy by any means, but it's gets the job done, and it's going to pair up real well with a lot of Daiwa's rods, like their Tatula XT, and you know, a bunch of other ones in there. Now, as far as versatility and function, this reel only has one size, which is the 100. Now, it does have a left and right hand retrieve, and then it also has 3 different gear ratios, those being a 6:3 to 1, 7:3 to 1, and 8:1 to 1. So there is a bunch of gear ratios depending on the style of fishing you're wanting to do, whether it's slow rolling crankbaits or you know, burning in top water or flipping docks, whatever you need, you probably have it between these 3 gear ratios. So thought Daiwa did a pretty good job of including that, a bunch of different sizes in there. I believe Daiwa's Baitcast technology is the mag sealed. I know that's their spinning one. I will correct it right here if I am wrong, but I believe on their baitcasters they call it the same thing, the mag seal technology. This does not have that, so I would not recommend this for your inshore use, but for anything freshwater, you know, anything bass fishing, this is going to work great for it. I would not use this for salmon, steelhead, and some of that other stuff. Being a 100 size, it's got a pretty small spool, so this is pretty much a bass fishing specific reel. Now, as for durability and build quality, I don't think this reel's going to give up on you, you know, anytime soon. It feels really solid in your hands, and it's made with good materials. I also think that this reel is getting a little bit dated. You can tell that this is an older release for Daiwa compared to some of their new stuff, because it just doesn't have some of that same body material and some of those same, you know, technologies that some of your new Tatula X's, your Tatula SVs, some of your new ones have, right? You can tell it's a little bit dated on that. Now, is this going to still be super durable? For sure, but I do think there's some stuff on the market now that is getting a little bit better as far as that you know, that overall build quality. But That's just my thoughts. As for feel, performance, and casting, I think this reel does a really good job. It feels great in your hands. I mean, it's super comfortable. I really love how slim Daiwa makes all their bait casters. They just do such a good job at making them comfortable, easy to hold, and easy to fish all day. You know, that braking does a great job, as I talked about earlier in the technology portion. This thing casts a mile, it casts really well, and, you know, feels good in your hands. It's pretty comfortable to use. So do I think it has those same technologies as some of your newer Tatulas? No, I don't. For 150, it's kind of on that verge, and we'll talk about that next. It's kind of on that verge of expecting more premium than what it has, but I think it does a great job on that. Now, as for price and value, I think that is where this reel gets very tricky. This reel is coming in at $150, which is now at the same price as the new Daiwa Tatula X, which has T-Wing. It has so many of Daiwa's super well-known, you know, high-end features in a baitcast reel. And at the same price, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like, I'm gonna pick the Tatula over the Fuego all day long, right? So that to me is kind of weird that they threw that in there, you know, that they have it at that price. They haven't knocked the price on this down a little bit since that new reel is out. I think this reel's probably gonna go at some point. My guess is they're gonna start really working on that Tatula X and pushing that reel to the market, and then they're either gonna drop this price or they're gonna make a new Fuego CT and hopefully make it around 120 bucks so that it's competing a little better with that SLX-A. Because right now, its main two competitors, I would say, are the Tatula X and the SLX XT. And honestly, I think both of those reels kill this right now. And the SLX XT, I think, is $5 cheaper than this anyway. So yeah, kind of a weird spot for price. For, you know, is it a good reel? Yeah, but I think for 150, I think I'm starting to expect more out of a baitcaster, especially with what Daiwa is doing right now on some of those Tatulas. Now, I will say, I have seen this reel on sale a couple times. I believe I saw it once on sale for like 120 bucks or $110, something like that. I don't know if it was a tackle shop closeout thing or if it was like a you know, just a special Christmas sale. I don't know what it was, but in my opinion, if you can pick it up on sale like that, I think this reel is a steal for that. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're, you know, when you're doing your shopping. So let's go over the pros and cons on this guy right here. As for pros, versatility, I think they've got a bunch of really good gear ratios for whatever style of bass fishing that you are doing. As far as looks, I think it's a very plain looking reel, but it's going to match up super well with a bunch of their rods. And, you know, I kind of like the Fuego is just a little bit different it's more of a fire orange. I think that's a cool little attention to detail they threw in there. Also, real smooth. I mean, you can't argue. It's a very smooth reel. I would have no problem using this all day and catching fish with it. So as for cons, no T-Wing system. That, you know, it's kind of a bummer, especially considering the new Tatula X has that, and it's only 150 bucks. It's the same price. There's also probably some other technologies that Tatula has that this doesn't. And then also that price, right? Kind of what I was talking about before. I think for 150, I think it's getting a little bit on the pricier end as far as, you know, what we expect out of a baitcaster now in that price range and what other companies have stepped up and done. Now, as for rating, I'm giving this a 7.8 out of 10. I don't think this is a bad reel at all, right? I still think this is a great performing baitcaster. It's been around for a while on the market. It is proven to be a good option, especially under that $200 category. But as I'm saying before, the Tatula X, the SLX XT, there's a couple of the reels on the market that are in this price range that I think are kind of kicking its butt right now. And I think that's going to force Daiwa to do something different on this reel in the upcoming year. I think they're either going to revamp it with a new one, or they're going to have to drop the price because that new Tatula X is going to be kind of cannibalizing some of those sales in there. So overall, if you can find this on a sale, I think it's a great reel. Even for 150, I don't think it's a bad option at all. I'd rather use this than a lot of other reels on the market. But yeah, overall, I do think this is a good product. Now, if you got a penny for every time in this video I mentioned the SLX XT or the Tatula X, you'd probably have enough money to just go buy one of those already. So I'm going to throw both of those reels right up here for you guys to check out in case you're wanting more information on either of those two. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you got a kick out of today's episode. We will see you guys next time on Humbug Videos.